Greetings, and good morning, everybody. It's about 6:37 in the morning right now, and I'm like, I need to get up right now. It's time to record a message. So, angels, what's the message you have for us all today? Abundance. The rising sun. I know y'all remember this card from the last video. It's saying that there's a lot of us who already realize, in this renew year and this new year, it's all about me, baby. It's all about giving birth to my creations. It's all about starting my business. It's all about planting the seeds and knowing that they will sprout. And knowing that I'm doing this out of my, love for my project and genuine love and appreciation for myself. And I'm getting this abundance that's coming from it, honey. Abundant prosperity, abundant, friendships and genuine joyous encounters, all coming from you deciding to focus on that thing that you know is your niche. You know that it's your unique gift. You know that no one else can do it like you do, and now you're focusing on it out of love and knowing how to create prosperity from it. There's always something that winds up holding us back in the end. Y'all, this is my new favorite deck, and when you see the visuals on this thing, you're gonna know why. And I know you recognize that art too. It's very similar to what I do. Work in progress. The Zami'Ra back there. Go ahead and clarify the rising sun. Clarify the rising sun. Because that can't be everybody, right? Some of us have already gotten ahead of it, where we're like, I know this is my gift. I know that this is my passion. And I know what I need to be focusing on. But some of us, look at this Two of Swords. I'm gonna let y'all look at that real quick. And because this is a new deck, it has a really cool way of explaining it in here. So I just want to read this to y'all. Even though the image pretty much lets you know what's going on. It's giving me Gemini energy for sure. What was this again? The Two of Swords. Saying, I trust my ability to find my way. That's why she's kind of split in half, but she knows that she's one whole. It's reminding us to make wise decisions and take the path of our heart. It speaks about choice. It asks us to consider what it means to make a powerful choice. What does it actually involve? We can consider a distinction between a choice and a decision, as they are often viewed as two worlds with the same meaning. Pretty much said that, right? The Two of Swords it is that Gemini energy, where it's a sense where it's like, is this me, or is this me? Do I want to do this, or do I want to put this money towards my Spotify account, or do I just want to buy some new canvases, or do I want to go to this party, or do I want to make sure I have enough money to save? So this is what some of us are in right now with this rising sun energy. It's like, I know that I'm giving birth to my craft. I feel the energy. I know it's time, but which one do I direct that attention to? Which one will actually end up bringing me the most abundance in the end? But reminding us with this Nine of Cups energy, if we focus on our heart center for real, and we really ask ourselves, what is that thing? All we need to do is think about is what brings us the most joy in our heart when we're doing it, to know that there are other people that gets to indulge themselves in the beauties of our creation. Remember to stay in our heart. Homegirl is like in her bag. She got the gold teeth. She's smiling. She's definitely in her heart energy. So that's a reminder to us, because some of us really love our jobs and we really love, you know, what we do career wise, and it brings us a lot of money. But I think it's important that we ask ourselves and remember, is it bringing us the most peace? Is it bringing us the most laughs? Is it bringing us the most smiles? Because in the end, that's the thing that really holds the most weight. Cards are super colorful, super psychedelic, just like me. Just like a lot of people, actually. So a lot of us are split between two decisions, two choices. If this was pertaining to a relationship, it would be two different people. Point is, we have two different options here. A lot of us are still in this shadow work phase too. Make sure that you don't get caught up in doing shadow work, you know, forever and as a focal point with no light work as well. Because it's all about balance. If we want to manifest this prosperity is found in the light. So remember just not to stay in the shadows forever, but do know that it is an essential part. It is very essential for our overcoming and our rising to experience this, the dark mysteries. This is the hidden knowledge. This is, you know, the hermit mode where we're tapped in and we're feeling like, you know, this is beautiful. I'm definitely getting a message. I'm definitely getting a download right now. I'm definitely getting that gut feeling that's telling me to move. The more that you tapped into the dark mysteries, aka your subconscious mind, then the more receptive you are to gain your abundance anyways, because you know that it's already there. You know that that abundance is within you. You know that if you want to be chilling in the desert, or if you want to be chilling on a beach or whatever, with your goals and living your best life, flaunting your abundance, you know, being tapped into that hidden truth, that it is possible and it is right here for you. Oh, and for a lot of us, we already have these talismans of potency. Talismans are like specific objects that you charge with power to represent the spiritual. It's a physical object that represents your spiritual power. So, you know, my bracelets could be considered as talismans. Even my scarf, like, it's my thing. So a lot of us, it's time for us to go ahead and charge our talisman, create one and charge one. Or if we already have one, it's time to recharge it, because the energy may be running low. It could have been a while since we charged it. You need to make sure that you do that again soon. And me as well. And the perfect way to charge your talismans is to let them go in the sun, baptized by the light. Just sit them in the sun for a while, just to give it that recharge energy. But yeah, don't get stuck in this loop here of this Two of Swords, of this back and forth, of not knowing that you are dark and you are light. You are up and you are down. You are as above, so below. You are left brain and right brain. You are dark and you are light. Don't disassociate yourself from one half of it, like I was saying earlier with the dark mysteries. Like, don't get too caught up in the dark hidden aspect of it, where you're never coming out to speak with anyone, or you never share your knowledge. It's like spiritual gluttony, how I call it. Don't make sure that you're not forever caught up in this stage of the light, where your light is always rising, but where are you distributing that light? Here, your inner light is rising and rising and rising, but where are you distributing that that light? Where are you taking it to? You are both sides. And check this out, Seven of Swords. Look at what's happening here. It's a guy, he's got his bag, he's got his treasures, but this resistance coming at him. Like literally poking holes in his treasures and it's leaking out. And he's still there pulling, pushing on. He's very determined to go ahead and, you know what, I'm going to get to where I'm going. I'm going to reach my destination. I'm going to overcome. Resistance is there, but I have the power to make that energy work for my rise. You know, I'm going to use one of the swords as leverage and go ahead and pull the thing. He's even got one of the swords in his hands. He's ready. He's not letting the resistance overcome. When you're rising up your inner sun, resistance is gonna come. Resistance is gonna be ready. That's fresh, new energy, life force energy. What? Resistance is like, yo, I need some of that. I ain't ate in a long time. But you have to persevere, have your swords, and like, don't get it twisted. You know what I worked for this? Like, you better put in your own work, or I can show you how to put in work, but you're not gonna sit here and try to steal my energy. So this is an affirmation that know that those times will come where will be people or different energies or situations that's not sitting here trying to help you the most in the end. But doesn't matter if they're trying to help you, what's their intentions, because in the end you're going to use that energy transmuted to work for your rise, because you have that power. Because you've been through the hidden mysteries, you've seeking that hidden knowledge and known, you know, that you are an alchemist, that you have the power to transcend any situation and work for your rise, and that in the end you're the one that's going to be sitting all lovely with the goals in your mouth, chilling, happy about life. And I feel like with this split choice that was being made too, a lot of us are attached to this, where we have all the luxuries and we have all the abundance, and that's cool, but like, you had to choose between being by yourself and enjoying it, or being with, you know, another person, being balanced with your divine feminine, being balanced with your divine masculine. So a lot of us chose, you know, abundance with ourselves over abundance with our spouse, abundance with our children. Somebody's been a little bit selfish with that. But look, I think that selfishness is essential sometimes. Like, selfishness means that you're thinking about yourself first, which I think is important. But in the meanwhile, we need to make sure that we're also sharing that energy, sharing that abundance, sharing those moments, those times, and balancing out selfishness with selflessness. And this is telling me here that another reason why so many of us have manifested this abundant prosperity from our creative endeavors is because we had the endurance to keep pushing on. We know laser beams was shooting at us. Like, we know damn well it was some type of spiritual warfare, some type of psychic attacks happening. But we took the necessary steps that we needed. You know, we got our raw drops. We got our genius drops. We got our ready for action. We got our parasite annihilation drops. And we put in the work. We exercised more. We was more mindful of our thought patterns. We just kept it going, and we are attracting this because we've been through the turmoil. Remember, to even have recollection of how high the highs go, you have to reach a certain level of low, and you have to be able to run through that, run through it and overcome. That is a definition or an example of the dark mysteries, or the Da'at, because that's that time where we literally had to keep on pushing, even though there was things coming against us left and right and left and right and left and right and left and right. But we overcome, and we continually overcome. That's what the overall message is. Like, a lot of us are going through a lot of different of these phases, but for the majority, we know the things that we need to work on. We know the necessary steps that we need to take. It's all about taking action. It's about that action force. It's about getting up and getting out and sharing, and, you know, creating some prosperity out of your art projects and your endeavors, for real. The Lunar Queen, she is the celestial Okay, so this is telling me we need to balance our lunar energy or our divine feminine energy. This is the scales of balance. We need to balance that when our rising sun is coming up. When that sun energy, sun being birth, moon energy being birth, the lunar queen. We need to balance these two. This is balance our divine feminine, balance our divine masculine, balance our left brain, our logic, and balance our intuition, because we're going to be getting into business now. Now it's going to be stepping into the business field, knowing what type of LLC we need to get, about our UPN code and our EAN code, and we need to be able to, know how to talk business on the side. Balance that out with our artistic dialect. You get what I'm saying? We got our artistic dialect with how I'm talking to y'all. Then it's about the business aspect when I'm getting my website together and getting it published and getting it copyright. This is balancing out my feminine mind with my masculine mind. My let's get it, let's go in action with my just go with the flow, knowing everything gonna line up, but balancing and knowing that on either side I still need to make a decision. Like here, some of us get to this stage here where it's all about the business now. We need to actually put it together, and now we're lost between these two worlds. Do I want to take the time to do that? Do I want to take the time to actually research that? Can I really make the abundance from that? Or should I just keep on working at this job because I am gonna get a paycheck that way, and at the end I do got kids to feed. And this is what a lot of, single moms and people, divine masculines who just get their shit done. They're like, this guy right here, he's running through it. He's got holes in it, everything. He's got 4 machines. It's just him. But he's like, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving in. I'm going to get the bag. So these are the people who are like, you know what? Balance that. That do make sense, because I've been thinking about a lot of the things that you just said. Let me go ahead and do this research and get my website finished. What am I waiting on? Let's see. What are you waiting on? What am I waiting on? I think a lot of us get caught up in I just need another affirmation. I just need one more affirmation. I just need one more person to say it, and then I'm going to do it. If it pop up one more time. But it's like at some point we have to take action. We have to still take action, because that's how things actually get done. That's the movement aspect. I have to actually pick up the cards and shuffle them for them to start shuffling. So this is the offering. Grace of the Grand Gesture. This is an offering that's being presented to you, to me right now, where the ancestors are like, just like this emerald here is green, just like our heart chakra radiates in green, just like money radiates in green. We have the power to manifest our dreams. This rising sun, that dream, that manifestation, that business project, it's not a coincidence that both of these are green, just so you know. Money, the heart chakra being born again, risen up. Know that from that dream that we gave birth to, with the power of activating our heart chakra and our heart center, with that knowledge of the dark mysteries, that knowledge of my inner self, my intuition of the world, of the universe, and how it works, and how I can still do my magic mixed with practical action to manifest my dream as well. These are just my tools. Then I know that abundance and that prosperity is here. I'm syncing the colors: green, heart chakra, emerald, green meditations about rising in the sun, with my knowledge of the dark mysteries and in the science behind the chakras. I know that it's mine. I know that anything that I speak shall be. And I know that I am co-creating in this reality, but everything that I can do to push it is happening, and now all I have to do is be patient and open my eyes. That's the decision that we choose. We choose victory. That's also, I'm sorry, I thought that was emerald. That's malachite. Archangel Raphael and malachite. And if any of you guys work with Raphael, you know this is powerful. Get you some malachite. I was just thinking something similar to this. We got spiritual connection. Can you see that? Spiritual connection and sacred play. Spirituality is a very serious and deep and life-altering thing, but at the same time, it's a playful type energy, how you can link and synchronize certain energies to work for your rise. Like, you can link the color green, match with wearing something that's green, match with burning you a green candle, match with manifesting some green money. The energy is all synchronized. All you have to do is align with it. The colors are very playful. They're very meaningful. A lot of you may be asking, like, this chick, is she dead ass? Like, she got all these colors and like patterns and going on. It's very playful. It's very kid like how, like, is she serious? Like, I am dead ass serious. The spiritual connection is real. It's about hearing everything rhyme. It's about the science of alchemy. It's about the passion in your heart and a drive and a will to become your most perfect self, your most divine self. We all have access to this playful energy. We all have access to this inner joy. We just have to have the will and the drive to want to tap into it. But we are all worthy. We are all worthy of it, and we are all capable of it. But you know, it does come up to levels. It's like a hierarchy within ourselves. The more that we decide to be like this guy, where is he? The more we decide to be like this guy and keep on trekking, the more we're going to realize that, oh, it's infinite. It's infinite. I'm really infinite, and I'm really capable of all these things. I'm really capable of divine perfection. I am really perfect the way that I am right now. I need to tap into myself the way that I am. Two of Pentacles. This guy, this is a good way to end it off too. This guy mastered his 2 pentacles. He mastered the material thing. He's levitating. It's got this martial arts vibe to it. He's got the snakes. So I'm going to go back to this one, which we pulled in the beginning. The decision has been made within ourselves. We made the decision. Remember, we was torn between these 2 parts of ourselves. We're like, we're going to master ourselves. We're going to master self. We're going to sit on the throne of ourself, of the self, knowing that we can manifest anything we want. We can really do this if we put our mind and our drive and we believe in ourselves and we have faith in the process. We can really do this. We can really manifest this abundance. We can really go ahead and give birth to our creations. You know, we can really make it out of the dark mysteries, go through that hidden knowledge and that initiation, and still come out on top. You know, we have our talismans of potency. We have our talismans, our crystals, or our generators, or our specific necklace, ring, whatever we use that we know is magical. That's, you know, from a whole nother dimension, but only we know we use it. We're balancing out our logic and our intuition. We're balancing out our feminine and our masculine. And we're listening to the messages as they're being disseminated. We are reaching divine perfection within ourselves. We are re-remembering, let me say that, because we are already divine protection. We're connected to our ancestors and our spirit guides because we know that we are divinely guided, and it's important for us to remain tuned into that. We are remaining playful, not taking anything too serious, but always being able to flex if we need to. We're tapping into our heart space, that money of, or that vibration of compassion, of love, of prosperity. Thank you.